Disturbed joining us today. David, thank you so much for taking some time for us. We
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
One of our most requested songs, if not the most requested over the last couple of months, your cover of Sound of Silence.
Wonderful.
How was that discussion when Mike first brought that to the group and said, why don't we look at a Simon and Garfunkel tune?
It was a very, very heavy discussion and a very daunting task, to be honest. The suggestion immediately resonated, within all of us. Originally, when we were going to approach it, I had thought that we would approach it in the way that Disturbed has typically done covers in the past, where we'd make it more upbeat, more aggressive, more riff-driven. And it was actually Danny's strong suggestion to not go that route and to keep it ambient and to keep it acoustic and even bring in orchestral elements. And then I spent 3 hours in the vocal booth with what ended up being the longest vocal recording session of my career. And when I came out of the booth 3 hours later, to the looks on their faces where they basically all looked like they had just seen a ghost. I figured that I had struck a nerve. I listened to it 3 times before I gave any reaction to him. And he was freaking out.
Yeah,
he was like,
sure.
well, he doesn't like it because he's listening to it over and over again. When truth be told, I was in front of the control board getting all emotional and on the verge of tears, to be honest, because I hadn't allowed myself to go to that place vocally since I was a very young man, and to hear it come out as powerfully as it did was like, it's hard to describe, like very, very overwhelming and satisfying at the same time, and kind of like a weight off of my shoulders in many ways, to know that I was still able to go there and to do so in a powerful way. And I figured that if it was having this kind of an effect on me, that hopefully it would have that same effect on everyone else.
Now I know with this new album, getting back to the studio together as a group has been a really great experience. How has the new chemistry or the newfound chemistry helped guide you in the creativity of it all?
Once you have that rediscovery, and that's literally what this whole recording process and writing process was. We hadn't written together in the same room since the Believe record cycle. So we're talking, 2001, 2002. Yeah. So it was quite a long time, and we became very dependent on technology and sending sound wave files back and forth to one another. So I reached out to Dan, and I'm very early on in the writing process, when he had only sent me 3 very skeletal pieces of music to start working with, and improvising melodies and rhythms for the vocal. And I said to him, listen, I'm killing myself here. I'm banging my head against the wall. I got to come out there. I need to use you guys as my barometer again. I need to vibe off of your reaction as I'm coming up with it. So that's the way every single writing session went for the duration of the writing of Immortalized. And we're never going back. And
now you're a dad. How does that change your touring? Is there anything different about performing?
Oh yeah. I'm hoping one day he gets to see it, soon. Right now he's 2.5 years old.
He's pretty little yet.
So Daddy's going on a little bit later than he's supposed to stay up.
We're looking at your tour lineup, and all sold out dates, by the way. A lot of kind of surprise venues on the list. Obviously, our pawn shop. What was your reaction when you and your crew heard that you would be playing at a pawn shop?
I was hoping there'd be guns.
Well, we have those.
And I've already fired a whole bunch of them. This whole next run, actually, in addition to here, has been set up specifically to be what we call an underplay. So we're taking a little bit of a break after this particular show, and we're doing venues of this size, 1,500 seater roughly capacities, for the entire March run. And it was, again, with the idea of making it something special and intimate and unique before we end up doing our full-blown festival run. And truth be told is, give me a big room. I like as many bodies out there as possible, but there's something really special to doing a show like this and giving people the opportunity to get up front and get up close with you and to feel that heat and the energy. And
You just seem invigorated
oh yeah,
on this tour. How long can Disturbed go?
until we physically are no longer able to function. I look at the Rolling Stones and I still see them bring it every time they go out and play. And hell, even if they have to bring their own team of doctors and nurses with them, you know, whatever they need to do,
Yeah.
they make it happen. Because, look, when you're firing at all cylinders and the crowd is with you, there is absolutely no substitute for that feeling. None.
We look forward to decades more of
Thank you.
Disturbed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, David Draiman, for taking some
My
time.
pleasure.
We really appreciate it. It's going to be a killer show. Catch them this summer out on tour with Breaking Benjamin.